Anyone who thought the tension between Crawford and Davis had died down might want to reconsider. In a recent in-depth interview, Terence Crawford dropped a surprising statement, and Gervonta "Tank" Davis didn't take long to fire back with a sharp rebuttal. Crawford floated the idea of matching Tank with Shakur Stevenson as part of the undercard for his highly anticipated bout against Canelo Alvarez. In Crawford's words, it would have been an incredible setup if Tank hadn't, in his view, been too eager to steal the spotlight. Tank's comeback lit up social media, dominated sports headlines, and sparked plenty of chatter in gyms and locker rooms everywhere. Let's take a closer look at what happened.
Crawford and Canelo, I'm pretty sure
Shakur and Tank?
That would be dope. That would be dope, but if Tank was not so cocky to be on a Terence Crawford undercard, that would be dope. But I don't see Tank taking a backseat to no fighter.
Here's how it went down. During an exclusive chat with The Ring, Terence Crawford confirmed that he's headlining the massive Riyadh season event on September 13th against Canelo Alvarez. But Crawford made it clear, he wants the fight card stacked from top to bottom. His ideal edition? A long-awaited lightweight showdown between Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Crawford painted the picture of his dream lineup, saying it would be incredible. If only Tank wasn't, in his opinion, too proud to appear on a Terence Crawford undercard. He wasn't so much a diss as it was a pointed observation. Crawford doubled down by praising Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis, calling them the most talented fighters in their division, no question. In his eyes, Stevenson has earned the main stage spotlight, and Keyshawn deserves his own place on that stage too.
Hey, buddy Shakur, just one question. How did Keyshawn look, man?
Get ready for whoever comes next, man. That boy ready. He been ready, actually. You know what I mean? It's just given the opportunity, that's all it is.
You got two little brothers that is closing on Tank. You know, one of them gonna get him.
One of them gonna get him. Yeah. It's gonna be a great night of boxing when they do.
Awesome, appreciate it.
In essence, Crawford's message was clear. He respects the sport enough to let Shakur have his time in the spotlight. But in his view, Tank is the type who wants every eye in the arena fixed on him. That comment set off a wave of responses across boxing circles, from online forums and influencer podcasts to fan discussions worldwide. The big question on everyone's mind: how would Tank respond?
He would never even think about to come up to 154.
What about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens? Or is it like...
I just really don't like that dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. That's like,
just not your cup of tea. That's just not your...
I don't like nothing about him. I just feel like, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he's in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
But like his core personality and his ways, nah.
Tank didn't waste time firing back. Gervonta jumped on social media almost immediately, delivering a short but razor-sharp reply with that signature Tank intensity. He declared that he doesn't play second to anyone, not in the ring, not on any card. Tank openly questioned why Crawford thinks he can decide the lineup and who gave him the authority to script the show. Even with Canelo headlining, Tank made it crystal clear, wherever he fights, he is the main event.
Who's next? I told y'all who I want to fight. I can't keep saying the same thing. I already told y'all who I want to fight. The best versus the best. That should be my next fight. I told y'all I'm a dog. I'm top level, elite level fighter. So let's make boxing great again. Let's put the best fighters in the ring with each other, and let's see who come out victorious.
What stood out was that Tank didn't simply brag. He leaned on his record. He reminded everyone that he's undefeated and possesses one-punch knockout power, questioning why anyone would even bring up undercard slots in the same sentence as his name. The boxing world lit up instantly. Clips of his response flooded TikTok, Instagram, and X, while fans everywhere chanted for one thing: make Tank versus Shakur the main event.
When people, what I got from that is he's a hater. If you don't know me as a person, let's say you don't like me. You don't know me. You feel me? And I don't give a fuck. If everybody including win, win. Fuck.
Same question for you.
You're a proud father.
Let's peel back the layers. On the surface, it might look like two elite fighters trading verbal jabs. But underneath, it's a clash of branding, legacy, and influence. Terence Crawford is set to face Canelo in Riyadh on the massive 2025 worldwide knockout card, and he wants every matchup on that stage to match the scale of the event. In his eyes, a Shakur versus Keyshawn showdown fits perfectly. Both fighters are hungry, rising fast, and building momentum. But Tank sees things differently. Even if it's a lightweight unification bout, he believes he belongs in the spotlight, never in a supporting role.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great, he can be like all the other fighters that moving up 2 weight classes and, daring to be great.
You would fight him.
Man, tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin. So tell him to come and touch him.
Wow. Man. Gervonta said you got a glass.
He said I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch it.
At 147?
At 147. I'll make 147 for him.
Ooh, see, oh man.
He's gonna have a pre-camp.
Then what the people gonna say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
Then there's the matter of perception. Crawford is known for his quiet but lethal approach, composed, precise, and calculated. His subtle strategic digs stand in sharp contrast to Tank's explosive high-energy persona. That contrast fuels their entire dynamic. Crawford views Tank's confidence as almost predictable, while Tank interprets Crawford's calm demeanor as either insecurity or a hidden, more dangerous edge. Respect and hierarchy are also in play. Crawford essentially suggested that Tank would never agree to an undercard role, framing it as a test for a fighter often accused of arrogance. Tank's reply not only reaffirmed his pride but also showcased his competitive drive, adaptability, and sense of brand control. For him, this isn't just about ego, it's about protecting the story of his career.
Who have Shakur? What have Shakur done? What have he done in the sport? He haven't done nothing. The young one is looking more better than him.
Who that?
The Keyshawn. Keyshawn looking way more better than this. I keep screaming his name. He haven't done nothing. Keyshawn haven't even done nothing.
So what do you say to those who
Y'all
might
keep
be
saying
afraid?
his name for?
So what do you say to those who might be saying that, Tank is afraid of Shakur?
Afraid of what? Afraid of what? Us fighters, if we're afraid of somebody, it gotta be somebody hitting us and hurting us. Like, he don't have no offense. Everything is defense. Defense only winning basketball and football. That shit in boxing.
But let's be honest, Gervonta Tank Davis hasn't exactly been on a hot streak lately. His last outing, a lackluster majority draw against Lamont Roach back in March, left fans scratching their heads and critics divided. Since then, Tank's momentum seems to have slipped. The fire, sharpness, and focus that once defined him appear to be missing. Instead of running it back in a rematch to settle the debate, Tank has been steering clear of Roach entirely, a move many see as outright avoidance.
You still early in the game. What do you want your legacy to be when it comes to this game, man?
Beat the system.
The system. What's the system of boxing?
Beat the system of boxing, life. Just beat the system. Be able to spread my wings and had my people next to me spread their wings. That's it. I ain't really got no big goal of this sports and all that. I just want to get my money and just remove myself.
Instead, Tank has been making headlines by calling out Jake Paul. Yes, that Jake Paul. It's a matchup that has little to do with boxing's competitive spirit and everything to do with spectacle. Think YouTube drama with gloves on. Let's be real. Tank versus Jake would be nothing more than a high-paying sideshow, a circus belt bout designed for pay-per-view clicks. There's no championship legacy at stake, no legitimate rankings involved, and no meaningful history to be made. Just viral clips, noisy press events, and hype on overdrive. The most surprising part? Both men seem perfectly willing to make it happen.
I'm not sure, bro. I'm definitely not sure, but hopefully we could get it before. It it probably won't be this year.
Is that the one you want next?
It's definitely the one I want next, but it's not gonna be next. You might see it in a minute.
Clearly in there, man. I thought I won. I thought I did enough to get the victory over a spectacular fighter. I told y'all from the beginning, man, that I got the skills to pay the bills. I've been telling y'all that. And I'm just glad I got to show it, honestly. I'm glad I got to show it. I appreciate, like I said before, I appreciate true boxing media. Some guys that didn't count me out. So that's just how I feel, man. I think I won. And, I can't wait to do it again. I can't wait to dance again.
At this point, it's obvious the focus isn't on greatness. It's on chasing the bag and generating buzz. With Jake Paul, that's expected. Spectacle has always been his brand. But seeing Tank, once heralded as a future generational talent, step into that same lane feels different, and far more disheartening for fans who believed in his potential. Adding to the unease, Davis has been openly hinting at retirement for months. In interview after interview, he's admitted that his love for the sport isn't what it used to be, raising real questions about his drive and long-term future in boxing.
Davis just posted that he would beat the brakes off of you if you guys fight.
I mean, I'll be down. Let's run it. I'll be super, super down.
Gervonta needs Jake Paul. Let's be clear, right?
Is there a height limit in boxing?
He's worn down, and it shows. Many boxing analysts and former champions have pointed out the same warning signs: his posture, his demeanor, and an overall sense of detachment. Some describe him as looking flat-out disinterested. Others say there's a sadness behind his expression. Whatever the exact cause, one thing feels certain: Tank's mind and heart don't seem to be in the fight game anymore.
25 is at the next year. I'm out of it.
After our second fight.
You're out of it?
Yeah.
Care to elaborate on that?
Out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fights.
And honestly, if Tank decides to walk away, that's fine. Every fighter reaches their moment to step back. But if he's sticking around only to cash in on spectacle bouts with YouTubers while sidestepping the real challenges, that's a problem. That's not the Tank Davis fans were promised. The sport deserves better. The fans deserve better. And truthfully, so does Tank himself. This feud isn't just about bruised egos, it reflects a bigger shift in boxing. The business is becoming increasingly personality-driven. Fighters are marketed as brands, and event cards are designed as storylines. Promoters aim to deliver the most balanced, marketable, technically sound, and engaging fights possible to keep the sport thriving. Putting together a card isn't just about rankings, it's about capturing public interest and drawing crowds, both in person and online.
Tank is hung him up, shoes off, get the bag, put a plaque up, he done. Tank is done.
When you say done, you mean like not fighting anymore? Or not?
Tank is checked out mentally. Tank is gone mentally. Tank looking for the big bag, of Jake Paul, Pacquiao, something solo, and he's looking to, hey, I'll see you later. Tank is standing. He's not gonna fight Shakur Stevenson at all. At all. I don't care how much money Turkey offered, give him 4 Lamborghinis, whatever. Tank ain't taking that fight.
From a business perspective, building a card that features Stevenson versus Tank makes sense. Stylistically, it's a compelling lightweight clash with plenty of storyline potential. But for Tank's brand, being in the co-main slot feels like a downgrade. The question becomes, is it worth taking the fight if he can't be the headliner? And are often driven by marketing power and star appeal, rather than the purest, most competitive matchups. As for Crawford, many doubt he can truly bridge the weight gap against Canelo. Skeptics say Canelo's size advantage would be too much, but in boxing, there's always a path to victory, and Crawford's confidence shows he believes he can find it. His jab at Tank's ego reveals the tension between personal branding and pure sport. All of this unfolds against the backdrop of the Crawford-Canelo mega fight, an event orchestrated by Turkey Alshik, the man who has, in many ways, turned the boxing industry into his personal sandbox. With deep pockets and a knack for bringing the sport's biggest stars under the bright lights of Saudi Arabia, he's reshaping the game. But his approach doesn't sit well with everyone, and Gervonta Davis appears to be one of his vocal critics.
Let's go back to the beginning of last year, my Tank Davis, fresh out of jail.
Yeah.
Throwing hands in Frank Martin's face.
I'm gonna break you up. I'm telling you.
Like, yeah, man, 7 more fights.
Got the internet excited when you say, yo, 6, 7 more fights and I'm naming names.
Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah. Then he got to beefing with Turkey.
David, he said to me, send to me 2 Ferrari to play in Saudi Arabia.
You don't play boxing.
We will send to you 2 gloves if you want to play in Saudi Arabia. That's it.
I ain't gotta go over there.
Right.
What they making over there, I'm making here.
All of a sudden, all the fighters he need to make big fights don't want to fight.
He was very close to fighting Lomachenko, and then Lomachenko pulled out. Shakur didn't want to do a 1-fight deal to fight Tank.
You said who?
Tank.
I'm dangerous. Who that?
And by the end of the year, he ain't getting no fights and he's fighting Lamont Roach.
After next year, I'm out of it.
Tank has made no secret of his stance toward Turkey Alshik. Both in private circles and through pointed remarks on social media, he's signaled his disapproval. From Davis's perspective, Turkey is treating fighters like chess pieces on a billionaire's board, moving them around to suit his vision. Tank, however, has drawn a firm line. He refuses to play the role of anyone's pawn.
We saw Gervonta Davis a couple of days ago say on Twitter that now he wants to maybe work with you.
I don't have a problem with him or any fighters. If he respects what we are doing to the boxing, I don't have any problem. And if he wants the green light from Heyman, work with Heyman now.
Correct.
In each card, we have 1 or 2 fights with Heyman. It depends about him. If he wants to enjoy the fast train for the glory, he know where he can search.
Yeah.
And of course, I like and I respect the loyalty for his partner Heyman. Of course, this is something make him, in my eyes, big, and I respect it because the loyalty is important in the life. And he's good fighter. He's good fighter, but he need to understand that what we are doing is important for boxing. We work with who respect us, and we have a tough fight. We don't have normal fight.
While many fighters are lining up for a share of Saudi boxing's massive payouts, Tank is sticking to his own path, even if it means missing out on high-profile opportunities. He's not interested in playing by Turkey Alshik's rules, which might explain why his name has been absent from these blockbuster cards. Being on a Turkey-backed event often means cooperating with the promotional machine, showing up on schedule, delivering the right sound bites at press conferences, and generally towing the line. That's never been Tank's style. He's always been the sport's wild card, a renegade who moves at his own rhythm, so it's no surprise that the Crawford-Canelo showdown is dominating headlines with Turkey's billions behind it, while Tank is nowhere in sight. That absence isn't accidental, it's a deliberate statement. Tank refuses to be managed.
You said going out on 3 fights. You know the last 2 fights you want to go out on?
Yeah,
The last fight? The last fight you want to go out on. Like, who? Do you have anybody in mind?
No, I'm saying, no, I don't have my name right now. But I got somebody I want to call out after this fight.
You said you got somebody you want to call out after this fight? Yeah. Who is that?
I'm not going to tell you.
He gets a hint. Keep it quiet.
Is it Lomachenko?
Who?
Somebody asked Lomachenko. All right.
Turkey said he got your 2 Ferraris ready. What you think about that?
Oh.
Turkey said he got your 2 Ferraris ready.
I need 3 now.
All right, fight fans. Here's the bottom line. This dispute isn't just about whether a bout lands on the undercard. It's about respect, ego, legacy, and control of the spotlight. Crawford's aim is to strengthen the event's lineup, while Tank's priority is protecting and elevating his own brand. However the business side plays out, one thing's certain, we're in for a show, so what do you think? Who's holding the bigger flex right now, Crawford or Tank? Should Tank take the slot on this mega card, or would that risk dimming his star power? And could Shakur Stevenson be cooking up something even bigger? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit the like button, and make sure to subscribe for more fight talk.